So in this next tutorial, we'll show you how to use Kodi. From your Fire Stick menu, you're going to look under Recent, and you'll see this little blue K, which is your Kodi app. So with your Fire Stick remote, you're just going to select the Kodi app. You may get this little TV add-ons. It's just like a little blurb because I'm using a TV add-ons, what we call the build. Now, how Kodi works is it's basically what we call a scraper. So what a scraper is, there's all kinds of sites out there that are showing movies and TV shows and where you can access a stream. So what this does is actually makes it a lot easier to access the stream, so you don't have to go and search for what stream is working, what stream is not working. So in this new Kodi build, there's a lot of options you are not going to use. So on the sub menu here to the left, you'll see movies, TV shows, music videos, TV, radio. You're pretty much not going to use those. Those are for downloading. If you are going to download, we can explore that in other tutorials. But for the most part, you're going to use what's called the add-ons. And in add-ons, I have installed for you two ones that we're going to look at today. One being Covenant. That's going to be all your TV and movies. And then we'll look at Sports Devil. So first, to access any TVs or movies, we'll look at Covenant. So select Covenant. It's going to bring you to the Covenant menu, which says Movies, TV shows, My Movies, My TVs, New Movies, New Episodes, Channels, Tools, Search. Okay, so primarily you're going to use movies and TVs. My Movies, My TVs, New Movies, we really don't use unless it's being downloaded. For the purposes of this tutorial, we're just talking about streaming. So let's say you wanted to stream a TV show. So you would select TV shows. And then it has some sub-menus here that you can search for by criteria. So you can search by genre, networks, language, certificates, if it's a G-rated, PG, R, what people are watching, what's most popular, what's highly rated, most voted, what is airing today, new TV shows, new episodes. It also gives you a TV calendar, and again gives you the My TV shows selection so you can download. So let's say we just wanted to just check out to see what's most popular out there. That's an option that I use a lot because it's going to give you the most current popular TV shows that everyone's watching and talking about. So select my most popular. And these are pretty much the most popular TV shows that everyone's talking about or watching. So let's say you wanted to watch Game of Thrones. So we're going to select Game of Thrones. On the left-hand side, you'll see a little blurb about the series and what the series is about. You'll get a little icon for the series. And then let's just go ahead and select that. Now you see here it's broken down into all the seasons. So let's say you've never watched Game of Thrones before. So you want to start at season 1. Select season 1. And this is all the episodes in season 1. So again, on the left hand side, you'll see as I'm scrolling, it's changing. It gives you a little caption about what the episode is about, a little pic of the episode. So let's say we want to start at the first episode, which is Winter is Coming. So we're going to go ahead and select that. And what this is doing now, it's actually doing what I was talking to you about before, which is scraping. So it's looking at all the providers out there that are streaming this episode in season one for Game of Thrones. It usually takes about, I would say, about to get a full scrape. It usually takes about 30 seconds or so. I just let the scraping complete because you'll get the longer that you let it scrape, the more options you're going to get. And we'll look at the options as soon as it's done. You're seeing now it's saying remaining providers. Those are actually the sites that it's going to find those episodes that are streaming. So here's our options. So these are all the options that you can select to try to find a good stream. So how it works is usually the top ones are the best scraped, best search results. If you see a HD next to it, means of course it's high definition HD quality. You may see 1080p, which is even higher than high definition. So it's a lot of the older episodes or series that you kind of look at that already have some seasons behind them. You'll see maybe some 1080p. Don't mind the dog. You also may see CAM, C-A-M. A cam is actually what you would get from like the bootleggers. So it may be somebody in the theater or recording it via a camera and then streaming it. So those are the three options that you just kind of want to be aware of. If it doesn't have anything next to it, it's usually standard definition. So let's go for the HD quality. So we're going to select that. And as you can see, it'll load up nicely, and you will be able to watch your first episode of Game of Thrones, or any series that you kind of want to watch. So that's how you stream a movie. If you look at your remote, this is the back button, so this will take you back. These are your up, down, left, right. If you have an Alexa remote, you can actually speak to it, but it really doesn't work with Kodi. It's more so for the Fire Stick. But feel free to play around with that. You can actually talk into it and get some answers, just like kind of like a Siri. This is the home button. This button is going to take you back to the Fire Stick main menu, where we were looking at before, where we originally started. This button here with the three lines, these are your options buttons. So let's go ahead and press that. And as you can see now, I have the ability to rewind, pause, stop. So you can kind of collect that with the Fire Stick remote. Then you have some options here. These are settings. If you want any subtitles, let's say it's in a different language, you can click here, and if there's any available English subtitles, you'll be able to access them there. And you could also bookmark. So that's basically how you use Exodus. It is the same way to kind of search for things. If you want to select movies, we'll just quickly go through that. Again, it's broken down into genres, year, people, languages, certificates, people are watching, most popular, most voted, box office hits, Oscar winners, in theaters. So let's look at in theaters. In theaters will actually, just like it says, it'll bring you to movies that are in theaters. So you want to just allow it to load up. And here we go. We have It. We have Kingsman. Just a little note about movies. The newer releases, chances are you're probably going to get a cam version of it if you allow the movie to kind of be out for 2 to 3 weeks. The longer that it's out in theaters, the better you're going to get a quality. If you're just, somebody who wants to watch the movie and you don't mind watching a cam, you can get a cam version of it pretty soon. Or if you're somebody who kind of, is into, higher quality picture, sound, you may want to wait a couple of weeks. And then you just select them and follow the same thing as you would with movies. And that's how you're going to use Covenant. Same thing with Sports Devil, which I will add in to save time in another video.